Traders, welcome back to another Relentless recap. Guys, before we jump into it, be sure to hit that thumbs up button. If you're a new viewer, of course, consider subscribing. Guys, no trade day today, no trade day. And you might say, hey, Relentless, how in the world did you have a no trade day when we had NRBO? Now, what happened was technical difficulties. My level 2 just could not catch itself, man. If we come back here to the earlier morning, right before the open, right into the open, you guys will see how my level 2 is just coming in chunks, man, coming in chunks. So I'm gonna pull this down a little bit, and level 2 here is just acting so strange. It's usually never the case. NRBO, here we go. Look at the data here. Look at the data, how it's freezing. Even the time in sales over here, you can see freezing. Everything's just freezing. It's moving, then it's not. Volume is flying in right here. So for this to be moving this chunky, it's just, come on. Freezing. There we go again. So yeah, that's what I was dealing with. So I couldn't trade. Now, if we're to just look at the charting aspect of this, right? Let's take a look at the charting. Let's see the potential setups that I could have took if this thing was not, messing up, right? So let's go over to the charting here. What are the potential entries that I could have took if, my level 2 was going good? There is no way that I trade without the level 2 and just buy basically off the charting. It can be done, but I don't like to do it. I feel like I'm going in halfway blind, and it's a little bit more difficult. So we rip up, we get a high of 180 and then 181 right here, and we start to pull back. Right here would have been the first entry. We had a low of 167. Now, if I'm not in at 167 on the first candle here, more than likely I would have been in at 167 on this second candle, or at least 168, 169, somewhere there. Sometimes you'll miss the pullback because, as this red candle is coming down, you might not know where the bottom is going to be. And so if you hesitate on the first flush down to 67, you might miss the trade, but it gives another entry right here, and then it curls up, right? So this is the beauty. This is the beauty of when a stock is able to, hold its level, respect it well, and curl back up. So I had 20 what was that, 165 as a pivot level, and as well as, what was it, pre-market highs. I had it as pre-market highs as well as a daily level. So 165 would have been a great place to watch for a potential stop. Being in at 67, it would have given me the chance to take some size, but it just wasn't the day for me. It just was not the day for me, and it is what it is. It happens. We had a beautiful 5-minute candle going up, strong volume, indicating that the pullback would hold. 7.1 million shares going up right here, and the lighter volume pullback. So, this is exactly what we want to see. So my first entry would have been down here. Can I sell into the move up? It goes to a high of 80. It pulls back again, right? So first pullback, second pullback, and getting back in here again at 67, and then where does it go? 74, and then to a high of 77, and here we have the third pullback, right? So if we erase this arrow right here, right, remove the arrow, first pullback on the red candle, it goes up a little bit, right? Second pullback here, it goes up a little bit, third pullback over here. So we can erase this arrow and put it on this bottoming wick down here. Those are my two entries. Those were my two entries to sell into the highs. The only reason I'm not trading this is because Thinkorswim is lagging. If Thinkorswim isn't lagging and DAS isn't lagging, I'm trading this first green candle. Right? There's no way that I'm not going to try at least. Even if I have a break-even trade, a red trade, doesn't matter. I'm gonna try to trade that candle, but unfortunately, we saw the lag. The first bounce on the short, and what we should talk about, we'll come back to the short. The first bounce came down here at 161, which I was surprised, actually. I wasn't paying attention to it, but I was surprised that it gave such an obvious level, because the last couple of days we've been coming down. It's been hard to tell where we're going to get that reversal and then curl back up. So yeah, back to the short. We've been getting this move up all week long. Consolidation and then rejection all week long. And right here, for me, I was considering going short with smaller size. I had 4,000 share blocks ready to go early, reduced to 500 shares to take this trade. And we can even watch it this at 940. I want to believe I might have even called it out. And let's see here. I'm going to mute my mic. 940. Can we find the timestamp? Oh, perfect. Watch this. Let's go back. Let's listen in. We got a buyer there at 74, 13,000. Will it help? I'm going to start to put my hand on the buy button here in case we do see the new highs. So far, it is struggling. That right there was basically it. It's struggling to break. We got a few sellers up there. I dropped down to just 500 shares. I'm watching, but in the moment that I finally make that decision, I want to go short, it's already pulling back. And so what I would have had to do was just go short 4,000 shares. Don't even worry about changing my share size. But of course, with no cushion on the day, not looking to be that aggressive. And the volume profile here is looking pretty decent for the move up. So it was a good read to realize it was struggling though. Good read. And then from there, it just continued lower. And that was it. And that was it. Continued much, much lower. Titanic. So we had the recoveries mentioned. It gave another attempt, another entry for the reshort. This is around 73. I wanted high 70, well, mid 70s I mentioned. I said mid 70s during the live stream. It doesn't really get up to like 75, 76. We had 72, 73, and then it sold off. And that was the day. I'm not going to trade this backside of the momentum. I'm not going to ever do it. It's on some stocks, it's like, I mean, it's just not worth it, man. It's not worth it. It's like can you be green on this? Of course. The answer is always yes. But I feel like it's much more difficult to do so. And so, I stayed away and just head out for the rest of the day. Come back again on Friday and we'll do it again. Friday will be a half day, and so it'll be the perfect day to just come in, get green, and get out. So yeah, guys, take it easy. Initially I wasn't going to do a recap, but I said there's no way. We got to make sure. This is tradition. We got to make sure every day we do a little bit of studying. Talk about the entries we would have took. Go over all the plays for people who might have missed the live stream. Right? You guys can at least see what happened, what transpired. So, again, entries were gap and go as volume started getting in over 60, 61, 62, 63. For the bigger push here up to 80. First pullback, move up. Second pullback, move up. We get the third pullback over here, which is the one I don't usually take, but it also gives a move up. It also gives a move up. And then after the third, and like the stock has every reason to break the sellers on this candle here and go higher. It has every reason to give a green bar like this. It has every reason to give a green bar similar to what we had right here for the set. This would have now been the second leg. So can we give a green bar, rip to 93? Can we break 93, consolidate right around that level, just like we did in this area here, essentially, right? Can we consolidate sideways? And if it's really strong, we get the third leg, and boom, we rip to like 220. Then it consolidates, and then maybe it has a hard time and sells off eventually over time. That's what we usually would get on a better day where we're seeing actual continuation. This is more like a one and done, and it's better than nothing. At least we're getting this, because there's days where you get, what was the stock yesterday that just sold off into oblivion? So yeah, at least we're getting something. That's the main thing. So we'll be back on Friday, guys. Enjoy the holiday tomorrow. Enjoy the day off. Have some, have a good time, right? Enjoy the food, and yeah, it's been Relentless Trader Friday. Two botch days is how I feel. Yesterday, big green to start, looking to go, to a really really good serious green day. It doesn't happen. We go back flat, and today we didn't even get a chance, unfortunately. So we'll be back on Friday. Take it easy, guys. Stay safe, stay green. It's been RT. Hit that thumbs up, subscribe, and check out the links down below. And I am, of course, signing out.